Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here. Welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream. CB, congratulations on being first today. Sai, welcome in. Angora, it's good to see you. And Kieran, welcome in. Yule, thank you so much for dropping by. And Aderon, thank you so much for following me and being a Froggy friend. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Yesterday, we finished the first official dungeon in this game, the first time-gated dungeon in this game, and defeated Zorba, the Necromancer. Now we have 2 days until the next story event, so we have a little bit of downtime. The game recommended that we go check in with our followers. Specifically, it seems like Hulkenberg wants to hang out with us. It looks like both Hulkenberg and Stroll want to hang out with us, actually. Now, as much as I want to hang out with them, we also have a side quest that we picked up during the demo of the game, where basically we have to go into the Lega corridor and defeat the Guptoros. Now, we found out that it's recommended to bring knights and warriors, and it looks like it's a 2.5 star difficulty. So I think we should be more than enough ready for that. But before we do that, let's just wander around town a little bit and see if anything's new. Let's just take a little quick look-see. Although I feel like the major things are probably not that different. Unless we can find, I don't know, Katharina out here somewhere. Doesn't really look like anything's new.
I just can't stop.
What you need? You're not serious.
Yeah, it looks like everything's kind of the same. Oh, we should check in on the rock to get our little benefits. They keep saying that there's at least like 3 bases on the rock, but we don't really know who the third one is. Oh, the third one is one of those other old men in the council room chambers or whatever. Hey Ash, welcome in.
Hello there.
What business have you at the Grand Cathedral? We came to see the Coronation Rock.
Sure.
We were just curious about the rock. Can we just take a look and be on our way?
Isn't that?
So it seems the bigger the candidate's face on the rock, the more qualified they are to be king. First is Forden, the second is Luis. The support they've earned is kind of overwhelming. Even after a human rampaged in front of the Grand Cathedral, Luis's following is strong as ever. If anything, he's more popular? This goes to show how dissatisfied people were under the previous king. If we don't handle this smartly, Luis could very well end up king. I've got to stop that from happening, at least. I'm sure Forden's going to be making a move too. Hear a voice from somewhere. Thou who art destined to become king. To thee by thy daily standing accumulated, by which thy growth is empowered, this mag is henceforth entrusted. Ooh, that gave me like 2100.
Yep.
Quite a bit of mag. Now we know where we stand, shall we get back to it? Alright, they told me that there's bounties as well.
Right.
Accepting a bounty is not a bad idea. Plus, it looks like none of the soldiers from your recruitment interview are here. If anyone gets suspicious, we could fake it by mentioning Hulkenberg.
Look at that.
There sure are a lot of wanted posters.
Oh yeah?
Hey, this bulletin board also has a bounty hunter ranking pinned to it. First place is, oh, Katharina. This has to be the Katharina we know, right? I guess she really is worth her salt. Impressive. These contracts aren't anything you couldn't handle. It'd take just a while to catch up to Katharina. Oh, I can't even pick up those ones yet? What about you? The captain's gone, but the Grand Cathedral's a mess. My work keeps piling up. What? You're here for the bounties? Oh sure, have a look. Slay bounty targets. You can accept bounty requests at the recruitment center. These targets are very powerful, but you'll be rewarded in kind. Bounty requests are added over time, so don't forget to check back. It's good you haven't been found out. Maybe I was worrying too much. I mean, I am the only Elda in town, I'm surprised. They wouldn't have even heard word of it. Man-Eater Manjula, Fiend of the Wastes. I need to slay the Man-Eater Manjula in the Tradia Desert south of Grand Trad. The information at the Hush Honeybee Inn in Grand Trad should have more details. Rank 2 difficulty, 10,000 money reward. Reeves. 10,000 Reeve just to defeat this monster? I guess they must be really struggling with it. This one caught your attention. It's a request to slay a Man-Eater Manjula that's said to appear in the desert south of Grand Trad. Even though it has the run of the desert, it usually hides in its entourage of wild dogs. Take out enough wild dogs and it'll show itself eventually. The military short-handed, so this one's been difficult to handle. You still want the contract? Yeah. You're brave for someone so young. Okay, it's all yours. To get to the desert, go through the large gate south of Sun Lumia Street. After you walk a bit, you'll find it. Also, beasts aren't your only concern out there. You'll run into a swarm of sandworms if you're unlucky, so beware. As for the details, we're too understaffed to give you much, so just go ask an informant. That bunch just rubs me the wrong way, though. If you do somehow manage to slay the Manjula, bring back the Rampager tail as evidence. Good luck, and try not to get yourself killed out there.
Let's do it.
You'll also increase my courage. I mean, if it's only a rank 2 difficulty, it shouldn't be that bad, right? Now, on the topic of me being an Elda, I've been thinking about this, actually.
What now?
Let me see if there's actually stuff in here. So there's these different tribes in the game, right? We have entries on 6 of them. There's 8 main tribes, and then Elda's kind of considered like the 9th one, so I'm told. So, like, Clamar makes sense, right? They have the horns, so they're easy to spot. And then the Rusant are like the elven people with the long pointed ears. Oh, there's 2 pages for each one. There we go. And we have the Rusant. Parapets are the, like, beast people, so they have, like, beast ears and tail. Often cat, but I don't think they're always cat. Okay, so the Rogue tribe. This is the tribe that Grius is part of. A tribe whose members have longer lifespans, some living more than twice as long as the average other tribes. They age at the same pace until adolescence, spending the remainder of their lives in middle and old age. Perhaps as a result, Rogue tribe conjures images of the elderly in many minds. In a seniority-based society, rogues often hold high positions due to their longevity. They place great value in eventually passing down their knowledge and purpose, so much they're known to remember favors as well as hold grudges for 3 generations. Though many rogue have unique markings on their face, they are not born with them. They are a form of traditional makeup. So, okay, that kind of answers my question. I'll explain why I'm reading this one specifically. The Mystari usually wear their masks, but they also have third eyes, kind of like the Necromancer Zorba was a mix between a Mystari and a Rusant, because he had like wait, no, not Rusant, he had Clamar, because he had like horns. He was a half-blood. And then it doesn't say here, but there's also the race of the people with the wings. And so like Maria is half rogue and half winged, for example. So she's a half-blood. I don't think it says any of the other races down here. Okay. So the reason why I bring that up is because Elda, the 9th tribe, distinct from the commonly known 8 tribes, are condemned by the Sanctus Church for inheriting a dangerous magic heretical to the teachings of the Church. Their population is so small that to even see one in public is rare, and they face greater discrimination than any other tribe. In fact, many outside the main cities don't believe they exist. See, over here. Each of the 8 tribes possesses unique physical traits, making them recognizable at a glance, such as the Clamar's horns or the Rissant's long ears. The Elda tribe, however, bears no such distinguishing feature, thus are regarded as inferior beings. So, see, that's really weird to me because, so Elda is basically like a regular human in our world. They don't have any of these other features. So, I could understand if you see them and they don't have the pointed ears, they don't have the horns, they don't have the wings, they don't have the cat ears or the cat tail. Yes, you might think that they're an Elda, right? However, the Rogue tribe, their only distinguishing feature is that they have longer lifespans, but, like, I'm surprised, like, logically, when someone sees me, if Elda are so rare, if I'm almost like the last one remaining, we're so rare people think that we're like a myth, how come so many people look at my character and immediately know that they're an Elda? What if I'm just a young rogue, right? That's equally plausible. Now, it says here that they have, like, unique facial markings, so that was the thing that I was missing, because when I was looking up these races online, they don't mention anything about the marking, so I guess that could distinguish them. However, they're not born with them, so if they're makeup, then that means that they can be removed, right? So it just feels really weird for so many people to look at my character and immediately go, oh, Elda, especially considering that they are so rare that a lot of people don't even know if they exist, right? So wouldn't their first reaction be like, oh, it's a rogue without makeup? And let's say they see me from the back, or they see me from a distance, or they see me and part of my face is obscured, or the top of my head is obscured. I'm just so surprised that, like, logically it doesn't make sense to be identified as an Elda so quickly. But, you know.
Whatever should I do?
Actually, I should go see the information broker before I leave for the desert. I don't think there's anything actually new around here. What if I try to go to the entrance to the cemetery? Or, like, my hair could be covering up my Mystari eye. I mean, I know it's uncommon because the Mystari usually wear masks, but still, it seems like a jump for people to immediately assume that I'm an Elda if we're so near extinction. Despite the danger, I guess it's still open so people can pay their graveside respects. Not that there's anything we can do now anyways, let's head back.
Whatever should I do?
All right, then.
Let's go.
What is it? Amazing. Fancy a bit of info.
Why don't I have the dictionary entry on the winged race yet? We've met enough of them. The shops all discount their wares for Idol's Day, and you know what? I like to shave a little bit off my intel prices too, it's fun.
Want in on this?
You surely heard of that stretch of desert to the south of here. That's Tradia Desert. It lies beyond the large gate. Most travelers and cargo arrive at Grand Trad after making their way through that desert. Consequently, there's no shortage of people who have been attacked while traveling through it. They're harassed on the journey by swarms of Valmo and giant monstrous birds. The threats are too numerous to name, but the worst is Man-Eater Manjula. Word is, not only does its breath burn like fire, it also spreads a foul poison. If you fight it, you should be wary of its howl. In addition to being resistant to heat, fire magic is ineffective against it. The blaze only invigorates it, so mind your tactics. Conversely, it's quite susceptible to the cold, meaning ice magic is effective against it. You'd best remember that and prepare accordingly. That's about all I know. Unless you want to end up as another set of bones getting bleached by the desert sun, you better know where to run.
Amazing. What now?
Okay, so the Ox Demon.
Want in on this?
So we should not bring any mages or healers. If it starts to build up strength, we should guard. Pierce attacks with a spear.
Just between us.
Okay.
What is it?
So now we can actually access archetypes from our menu, right? Well, here, archetype tree. So I don't want to be healer anymore for that fight. I do want to work on Brawler later, but I don't think now's the time to do that. Let's go back to... Let's go back to Seeker. And then I'll also equip Medi. Ooh, that's 1500. Oh, well, I have Mag to spare, and this is important.
All right.
I have Sick, and so Hama would be nice for coverage, but Patch is good for status ailments, so let's take Hama for now. I might change to Patra once we fight the other thing for the poison. Strahl, you can stay as a warrior. You can go back to being a knight for now. Coverage, I'm gonna give you Blizz.
All right.
Now the enemies here are stronger than the ones in the cathedral, but now that we're finished the cathedral, I think we should be okay. Some people were able to beat this monster during the demo, although it was harder.
Right now. All right then.
Let's go.
And I think this would start our social link with Brigitte.
Come off it. Hey,
There's only desert outside that gate, but if you really want to go out there, at least know where we're going. The Liga Corridor. Alright, let's check our destination on the map. Request an intel will open up new areas on the city map. You can go there as long as you know the path. You can see how many days are required to reach a destination when you select on the map. If the road there doesn't pass through an encampment, you can get there that afternoon. When you return to town for your destination, it'll be night. After tackling a dungeon, you won't be able to do anything else. You and your allies need to rest. The wilds outside the city contain innumerable threats, but trust in your allies and step lively for adventure.
let's see here.
Wow, there's a lot to see around Grand Trad. It looks like it may be a good idea to prepare for our fight with Luis by training in the wild.
Ah, danger.
We could fulfill a request.
This will take 1 day to go to, okay. It's the monster-filled ruins the Igniter shop owners spoke of. A distinguished noble family's manor, was it? Don't suppose there'd be treasure and other valuables that remain? We may as well check considering we have to defeat the monster anyway.
Clock's ticking.
Not getting too sidetracked, alright? Our goal's the monster, not the
It's
treasure.
your call.
We should be able to get there and back within the day. What'll be? Wanna go?
Great. Let's move out.
Okay, here we go. Don't forget, stay alert till we get there.
The party at last found themselves at Belega.
I had to watch the cutscene between every travel.
Small, bygone country, destroyed and worn away by sand and rock. The land is a shadow of its former glory. Now it is home to monsters attracted by its stagnant magma. The party steps into the corridor, as if called there by the lingering resentment of a country that could not stand the test of time.
I mean, lore-wise, that's kind of cool, but also, what if I just want to go somewhere?
The thing is,
This is where Brigitte mentioned. Apparently, the monster here sometimes attacks passers-by. I still have no idea these ruins were here. This was a villa for a grand old noble family, I heard. Looks properly old.
Is this right?
Well, at any rate, we're here for the Guptoros. The ruins are novel, yes, but let us not stray from our purpose. What's a Guptoros? Let's look for the shortest path.
That's right.
You're right. Let's look for the shortest path through.
Yeah.
Yeah, these ruins aren't going anywhere. We ought to stay
My
focused.
thanks.
There's always a trade-off. The decision is yours, but pray make it sensibly, please.
Oh,
Planning on going inside, are you? Well, here's some friendly advice. Don't. I heard an awful noise coming from deep within. It was a terrifying roar, certainly no noise a Goburn can make. You think it was a Guptoros? Really? A Guptoros? Oh, there's no way I can handle a monster like that. I only came here because I heard there were Gobohorns. I'll just say that if those beasts are there, staying here would be madness. You guys should turn back too if you value your lives. Wow, if the Guptoros is really that fearsome, we better be sure we're well prepared. The music here's nice.
Here.
Once a noble family's villa, now a monster's den, I see. Ah, don't mind me. We are here to complete a request after all. You going in? I'm all set to assist. I believe more monsters will appear here once night falls. Let's not waste time and return to town before then. I'm at the ready and prepared for battle any time.
Okay then.
We're exploring this area today, right? Everything ready? Watch me be like, no, actually we're going back to town. For no reason.
Let's go.
I wonder how big this dungeon is. Can't be that big, right? But it must be sizable. I hope I can beat most of the enemies without getting to actual fights. Save my MP.
Whoa.
So the inside's like this,
Should we
huh?
try somewhere else?
I wonder where that Guptoros is. Give me a sec, I'll take a look. Well, I can't be totally sure from here, but it doesn't seem to be close by.
Then.
Well, we'll just have to stay vigilant. It's fairly dark, so stay close. We'll guard the rear. Apologies, it seems you have to lead the way. I got a scintillating marble.
Why did this happen?
Oh, I wasn't expecting these vicious monsters. How could things have turned out this way? Vicious monsters? You mean the Guptoros? No, Goborns! I defeated one easily, then Goborns wielding all kinds of weapons started flooding out. Before I knew it, I was surrounded by all manner of Goborns. God, just thinking about it makes my knees weak. I want to just give up and go home, but I told everyone I wouldn't come back until I became the Adventure King himself. Oh, bloody hell. Well, you did it to yourself, man. Oh, hello, I can talk to you? Talkative tooth? Hey kiddo, which weapons are you using? Ah, it talked. You think a tooth can't chatter by itself? Well, chew on this. I got jaw-dropping news for you guys know nothing about. Depending on your weapon, your attack power is gonna totally change. Guess that's totally obvious, huh? But it's important for magic too. The strength of magic depends on your weapon, you know. Chew on that for a while, would ya? Anyway, if your enemies are taking big bites out of ya, bite back with better weapons. Go shopping or something. That's the truth of the tooth. You're very knowledgeable. We already knew that. Let's be nice to Mr. Tooth. You're very knowledgeable. Well, that's enough for now. Would want to bite off more than you can chew. Next time I'll teach you some secrets you can really sink your teeth into. Are they really trying to make these teeth like a mascot character?
A preemptive strike.
Let's settle this quick.
Get in there. Finish him off.
No holding back! Not now. Give me your aid!
Go.
Almost
Got them
finished!
all?
It's okay.
You're at the
We can do
top of
this.
your game, Stroll.
Let's go! Scour! Just one left!
The captain took one down. Only one left. Nice. Finish them off and we're clear.
Freeze!
Right, I forgot I still have Mage Wind on Hulkenberg.
The last of them. The way's clear. Looks like.
All right.
I love it.
Sweet, Bomb of Life.
Let's do this.
There's a whole gang of them.
Let us strike.
Everyone look alive.
After me!
Show them our might.
Maybe I'll have to spend a couple days in this dungeon if it's
The freedom
gonna eat up my MP.
Flare!
Nice. Got him.
Not
Nice
bad.
going, Captain.
They don't do too much damage.
This is nothing.
shall fight. Tougher than I thought.
Let's take up.
Nice going, Captain. Only 2 enemies left. Stay sharp. Oh, shards of ice. Still standing, I
I
see.
can't afford to hold back.
Why is his physical too weak? Does he not have a good sword on? Gotta do a way more physical damage.
Only 1 left. Nice. Finish them off and we're clear. Gales of wind.
I shall fight as the noble I. They die hard. The
Okay, I don't think there's any.
Or do I have a special trait on my weapon?
Excellent.
Ooh, I learned Sweeping Slash, nice.
I think we're in the clear.
What now?
Silver Spatha. 120. Slash damage. Well, this only does. Wait, I need a better sword. Oh, because he has great swords, not regular swords. You've been holding out on me, Stroll. You could have been way stronger during yesterday's fights. I don't know if I can buy better great swords though. I remember checking the store and they did not have any.
Right?
There's nothing but Goborns around here. So many novice adventurers come to this place looking to test their mettle. Some had the fool idea to bring in staff or mace igniters. You wouldn't be so daft, would you? You couldn't ever let a Goborn see one of those. If you do, they launch into a frenzy as soon as they see your weapon. You may think Goborns are dumb little fellas, but they're smart enough to know magic users are bad news. No staves or maces, huh? I guess that means we shouldn't go with the mage or the healer. But even so, Goborns do have weak points. They all but fall apart when faced with poison or paralysis. Here, I'll give you a stunning arrow. Make him sit still and take him out, and don't panic. Oh, well, thank you. I can't tell which ones, because sometimes they like guard and then they don't let me hit them on the overworld. Ooh, I should have healed. Ow.
Let's get him some healing. What?
Oh, great.
Is that all?
Oh, thank goodness I dodged that.
Captain's on his
That would have been bad news.
Let's get on with it.
Get him healed up. Hold nothing back.
Seeker!
I need Medi.
Do this.
Thank you.
I owe you.
This is nothing. Oh! We're evenly matched. Guess we'd better stay on our toes.
I don't have any weaknesses.
Nice!
Not now.
Huh, take this! A worthy foe after
I
all.
can't afford to hold back. I shall vanquish evil. The end's in sight.
It's okay.
Always comes
With healing power.
I'm obliged.
My thanks.
What?
Stop hitting her with lightning.
Right there!
Now. Tougher than I thought.
Only 2 enemies left.
Stroll needs a better weapon.
I expect no less. Is that all? Only 1 left. Finish them off and we're clear. All right.
I shall fight.
Fight him, Skipper.
They die hard.
And that's that. Victory's ours.
Good. 'Tis done.
Be careful. There's more of them.
There's quite a few stairs.
Hey, great job.
It's like, which ones do I take? Try to finish this floor first.
This is bad. They're onto us. Good one!
This battle's ours.
This could be our chance.
Get ready.
I call upon royal power within!
Hold nothing back.
Hack and slash! That's one!
Beautiful stroll.
The freedom of
Still up? Huh, take this!
And that's that. Victory's ours.
That'll do.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
There's also another way to go from the entrance. Now I found 2 sets of stairs that go down. Wait, no, these both go up. So we came from that way, so this one must be the other one that goes to the entrance. Okay, sweet. So that means we have explored everything thus far. Just the archers that forced me into a battle.
Let's get on with it!
Tis yours.
I'll cut you down! Not done yet.
It's okay. We can.
3 left. The
That's the
captain
spirit.
took one down. 3 enemies left. We can do this.
Right there!
Over that one.
I can't afford to hold back. They die hard!
The freedom.
Stroll, you're holding us back.
Down.
Too slow!
Dodge, Hulkenberg. Like poetry in motion.
Huh, take this!
Still standing, I see.
Tougher than I thought.
Only 1 left. Finish them off. And that's that. Victory's ours. There are still some foes around. Don't let your guard down.
Act fast! And we'll win this!
Stay calm, everyone.
No holding back! Tougher than I thought.
I will fight. 2 remaining.
One for the captain.
Is everyone all right?
Let's keep it
Huh,
going.
take this! They yet cling to life.
Ah, get stunned.
They die hard!
One for the captain. Let's keep it going.
Ooh, a crit. Love it.
Right.
Now,
I should have passed his turn. Get someone who could actually do damage here. Hey, Luna Spellman, welcome to the stream.
Observe.
Thanks for following me and being a froggy friend. Welcome in.
And that's that. Victory's ours.
that'll do it.
Okay, so I came from there. Item over here. So there's the way down. So many gobos. Hi.
How's that?
It's useful, I think.
Hey, good one.
Impressive as ever.
I should probably out of battle heal.
Let's push through.
Hey, you found something.
This is like a large room here.
That should come in handy.
These look like booby trap chests.
Wow, here we go.
That might be of use later.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Gold beetle.
Come on! Let's push through! Cat!
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Let's see, there's even more stairs.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
I'm too far away, they're not gonna see me. There must be a way to open this. I mean, that one I don't need to. Go down these stairs since I came all the way back here anyways.
Hey,
All good.
Dang, if I fought... Oh gosh. If I fought everything in here, it would take forever.
Great moves back there.
Even if most of them don't give me... Ow.
Impressive as ever.
Like actual fights.
There they go.
This just brings me back to the other floor, huh? Oh, but I'm on the other side now.
How's that? Let's push
looks like it could be
through!
useful.
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Got a sec?
Guptoros is close. Did you forget? Get proof we took it down and go home. Well, we might as well take it on and then I'll finish getting the rest of the chests in the dungeon.
Yep.
What now?
I should have enough SP to take care of this.
All right.
Looks like the Guptoros is up ahead. Are you ready? And there he is! Looks like this is the Guptoros. He's really raring to go too. No sign of retreat. It must be acclimated to people. It's likely caused damage yet to be discovered. Well, that ends today. We're taking you down. I see our foe's bringing his A-game too. Oh, I can't wait for this.
Watch out.
It's not messing around. Be careful, everyone.
On guard!
Well, I'm as ready as can be. Come, monster. You shall be rust upon my lance.
No holding back! The power of fire!
The freed, let's go! Scour!
Let justice prevail!
Hulkenberg got them right
Now,
in their
what's
weak
the play?
spot.
Is he reach ice?
I shall vanquish evil! I'll cut you down!
Ow.
Hulkenberg's badly
Jesus.
hurt. Someone heal her. Hulkenberg's
She resisted
down.
that and she died.
Back up.
I don't want to waste my healing items though. But now that I know you're weak to ice, maybe we can take advantage of that. I'm just gonna save my resources.
Are you prepared? Hack and slash!
Let's seek her! Flare!
Let justice prevail!
Hulkenberg got them right in
Can't
their
I
weak
shall
spot.
vanquish evil! I'll cut you
I should
down!
move my MC to the back row. That did so much damage.
Captain's hurt bad.
Ow.
Up now!
Let's get him some healing.
Falling back! Seeker! We can do this!
Plus minute.
I owe you.
I stand ready with blade in hand.
Well, if I can use
I'm stepping back.
if I can use ice, I might as well do it from back here.
Hulkenberg got them right
No,
in the
warrior!
spot.
Hack and slash.
I will fight Seeker. We're not out of this
I'll just
yet.
top myself up.
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever.
Both badly wounded. Can anyone
Gosh,
heal
you
him?
really hit hard.
Oh, shards of ice.
Might have to use my press turns just to heal.
Are you prepared? I'll cut you down.
Stroll can't
won't
take
hold
anymore.
back.
Someone heal him.
We can do this.
I owe you.
By the night. Freeze.
But I can't always choose how to use my press turns.
I shall fight as the noble I am.
It's not always the same person.
I shall vanquish evil.
He might kill one of us. Oh, nope.
Let's go. With healing power.
Twas needed.
My thanks.
Observe the enemy. I shall defend.
In the withdrawing. Guarding seems the wise move.
Don't go for my main character.
Captain down.
How? He still killed Hulkenberg. Oh no, Hulkenberg's still alive. Oh no, he killed my main character. Dang it.
For all that we strive for.
Hulkenberg got them right
Now,
in their
what's the
weak spot.
play?
Now I don't have a healer.
Here.
Does he get a turn when he gets back up? Yes, he does.
We're not out of this yet.
Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
I was so afraid he's gonna one-shot me again.
Come. Oh, shards of ice.
Hulkenberg got them right in
Time to
their
go
weak spot.
offensive. I call upon royal power within.
Captain's on his last leg.
Seeker.
Someone
With
get
healing
healed
power.
up.
Twas needed.
My thanks.
I stand night. Freeze.
Warrior. Hack and slash. Not done yet.
Stroll's gonna be out of MP. I want to top us up, but I don't want anyone to get one shot.
Stepping back. Let's see how this plays out.
Ow.
Hulkenberg's badly wounded. Someone heal him.
Come forth, royal soul.
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever.
Is everyone night? Oh, shards of ice.
Hulkenberg got them right
I shall
in their
fight.
weak spot.
Closing the distance. Warrior. I'll cut you
Running
down.
out of MP.
They die hard.
I will fight with pride. Let's go.
I risked.
Light. He's still up.
Hulkenberg's badly wounded.
Ow.
Someone heal
Oh,
her.
Jesus.
Hulkenberg's
No.
Get her back up.
Of course.
Could do with this.
My spirit is
Let's say goodbye to
unbroken.
power. We're not out
Should've
of
just
this
topped
yet.
everyone up.
Thank you.
My thanks.
Oh, I wonder if I can kill him before he gets off this charge attack.
Night.
I think I could possibly do it.
Hulkenberg got them right
In the
their
name
weak
of
spot.
Well, you could do one more diagonal slash.
Tougher than I thought.
My gosh.
Seeker. Flare. Still here?
Come on, get him, please.
Oh, shards of ice.
Oh, thank goodness. 2 revival items. Huh. I guess it's not awful.
Satisfactory.
I'll strive for greater heights.
Nice. I feel strong.
I continue to grow.
That's
This horn is huge. Bloody awful to imagine being gored by it. Ugh. Really? Y'all seem pretty put together during the fight. No, that thing was tougher than anticipated. If we let up even a little, we may have well been defeated. What? Even Hulkenberg was sweating it? What do you think, Will? It was a close... I'm not telling. A close one.
I don't know.
It was a close one. Aye, the sense of humility will serve us well. Arrogance dulls the blade, after all. Well, a win is a win. All that's left is to take this back to the igniter shop.
Right.
Let's do that later, Will. Shall we head back to the entrance? Not yet.
Say,
I want to keep exploring a little. Everything in moderation. You'd regret letting a little curiosity exhaust us in a place like this. Can't believe that thing was beating us up. He only had like two normal attacks, and then he had his like special attack. AoE physical, and then single target physical.
Yep. That cat made it here? Would sure be a pleasure to find some treasure.
Might as well get some free XP.
there they are.
They look pretty tough. Careful now.
It's just the archers that I actually have to get into a battle with.
This is bad. They're onto us.
They look pretty tough. Careful now.
Let's push through!
Impressive as ever.
There they go.
Very impressive.
I don't really want to get to an actual fight.
I don't think anything would be too tough. There shouldn't be anything we can't handle.
All right.
We'll be okay.
All right, how's that?
It'd be nice if they just had like a yellow or blue indicator over their heads all the time, so I don't have to keep pressing the fairy sight, because it does feel a little redundant.
They look pretty weak. Let's mop this up.
Push through! All right, how's that?
Amazing. Great back there.
So we came from this way. Seems like also everything like respawned while we were fighting the boss, which is great.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
So we have not been this way.
On your toes, everyone.
Right there.
Not bad.
It's just a dead end. How do I use this golden beetle key?
Spotted.
Definitely chests there, I can't... Yeah, we haven't tried that door, maybe...
There they are.
Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button.
They look pretty weak.
Does this thing need a key?
What now?
Small bug that glows with golden magma. Nobody would buy it, but there's apparently someone out there who's into them. Oh, I can change my outfit into the soldier clothes. Still, okay.
What now?
So I've explored every area except for those chests, but you know what? I guess I don't need it that badly. I wonder if defeating the enemies outside of it might unlock it.
Right there.
On your guard. Right. Let's settle this quick.
This is our chance.
Hey Moo, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by.
The freedom of a tough one.
Is everyone right there?
Just unga bunga them. Don't use any MP.
Who's next?
Tis done.
Only 2 enemies left. Stay sharp.
I will fight with pride.
I stop. Take this. Still standing, I see.
Yikes! Here comes the counter.
Child's play.
Dodge, Hulking Bird. Like poetry in motion.
Tougher than I thought.
It's okay.
Get up.
Got him. Keep going, Captain.
Only
I don't like how when the turn changes, the moon seems to grow like a hand that like passes the turn off. It's kind of weird.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
So that didn't give me anything for this. Oh wait, there's a door. Oh, there's a... I see now.
I'd say we're evenly matched, which means you've got this.
Come on! All right. How's that? Cat?
We made short work of them.
I'm glad we were able to finish this place in just one sitting though, or one day in game.
I'd say we're evenly matched, which means you've got this.
Oh, how dare you?
I don't see anything push through easily.
Very impressive.
Aha, this is what I needed. Give me those.
Nice.
I love it.
Imp ending pike.
I love it.
Okay, I mean, I know I missed one chest in the Grand Cathedral, but you know what? That's fine. Savey, and then head back.
Yep. What?
In that case,
Let's call it.
Okay, good day, team. Good job.
Hey,
It's gonna be night soon. Should we call a day and head back?
okay then.
Why don't we go back to the city and have a nice dinner? It'll be dark by the time we get there, so we won't have time to do anything else anyway, but that's okay, right?
Right?
Tired, huh? Let's think about what to eat. Back at the Grand Trad Tavern.
All right.
Well, it wasn't easy, but the Gutoros lies defeated and we have the proof, exactly as the woman for the Igniter shop asked of us. Once we show it to her and complete her request, we'll finally be able to shop at the members-only Igniter shop. That'll be most useful in helping us amass more firepower. I trust you'll complete the task, Will. Gordon's announcement is just around the corner. There's no point in trying to predict what he's going to say now.
True.
It would be wise to make the most of the time we have remaining. Perhaps there are others who require our aid, or we could develop our archetypes. I thought myself utterly exhausted, but this meal is delectable. I shall sleep well after such a feast. I'd say we earned our rest today. Good job. I relax with my friends, all of us sharing a peaceful moment of peace.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I need to start familiarizing myself with their days of the week. Like, I know Idol's Day is like a discount day, but it's hard for me to remember where all the other days fall into the schedule. The Sanctus Grand announcement is happening tomorrow.
All right.
Well, let's start by going and purifying our equipment.
Closure.
These things are kind of expensive. But you want to have the money. Ooh, prevents malady. That's useful. You get the most out of it, so you can get it. I forgot, this also costs items too. I'm just lucky I have the items.
Indeed.
I don't know if I should purify this right away because I'm not using fists right now. So we'll save it.
All right then. Go.
Hey,
Hello there.
Oh, that's exactly what I needed.
What now?
I need something that can actually do damage. There we go. Man, I wish I had that yesterday.
hey, listen.
All right then.
Let's go to
Let's go.
the shop. Turn in our quest. Where are you, Miss Brigitte?
Loiter in a storm.
What of the issue we discussed earlier? Here's his horn. Oh, this would be a brute's horn. You could tell me the details inside. Come along.
Mission accomplished, then. You'll have your reward. I'll let the merchant know to allow you through as well. I thank you.
Sweet, we got courage. We got a pious igniter. We got money.
All right.
Ooh, that's a lot of courage.
I knew an outsider would be perfect for slipping through the cracks. Clearly, you were the right man for the job. You should keep our supply lines flowing smoothly. Thanks for helping us sort this out.
Shake my hand.
By the way, what do you say to more consistent work from me? I can't imagine an elder could find an honest job in the city otherwise. But I don't much care what tribe you are. I'll always make sure you're paid properly for the work you do. Besides, keeping in contact with me might have its own advantages.
True, that doesn't sound so
Have
bad.
you made up your mind?
This seems fishy. Sure, we'll take it.
All right. I accept.
Shake my hand.
A wise choice. Fine then. You seem determined enough. You heard nothing just now, right?
I mean, if I want to get on her good side, I should say right, but I kind of want to see her. Maybe she's a crazy cat lady.
What made that noise?
It's nothing to be embarrassed about, Brigitte.
It was just the wind. Am I clear? I've got some business to attend to. We'll go our separate ways for today. However, I trust you won't be telling anyone what you think you heard. If you do tell anyone, well, I'm sure you're sharp enough to imagine the consequences. Then we have a deal.
Like, her character model seems also like a lot less detailed than ours. Also in the way it's like shaded and stuff.
The
Trader and iconoclast, Brigitte. Within her dwells the virtue of the merchant.
Oh, she's a merchant class. I thought she'd be some kind of magic class. I guess merchant probably still uses some kind of magic.
Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Interesting. Perhaps it does have hidden depths.
Now I can use her shop. I sense the heroic embodiment of the merchant from Brigitte. You can now study the merchant in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you. Whoa, look at the picture of that archetype. He's got like a big beard. He looks kind of like Rama, but not quite. He looks more like a Rama Eggy, actually. I can now buy things from the Grand Trad's Igniter shop due to the effects of proof of membership.
You'll pick up your next job here. Come back another day.
Oh, did that take up my entire day? It is nighttime, okay. Well, I have all the ingredients to cook the thing with. Fabienne. Actually, can I shop at the Igniter shop at night?
Alright then. Go.
I just want to see what we can buy.
Welcome.
I've been informed we will now allow you to purchase our magic igniters. Those were the words of the association's Brigitte Likion herself. With that being the case, allow me to help you in finding an igniter that suits your needs. I hear a voice within my mind.
You have my thanks.
Those who see duty through to completion should be fairly compensated. The store's wares are yours to peruse from now on. Thanks to Brigitte's proof of membership, I can now make use of the Magic Igniter shop services. Oh, wait, each of these costs 50,000 just to learn like a measly spell? These are just like low-level magic spells, so maybe mid-level. You think I made money, Brigitte? Where are you? You're not here.
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Alright then.
Let's go.
What is it? Amazing.
Yeah.
We always get a flood of guests at night. Looks like it's going to be another hectic one. If you're free, could you lend a hand with preparing food? If you'd like to help out, feel free to use the kitchen as you please. If you have the ingredients, I can show you how to make red grass roasted bido. Seems like Fabienne's having a hard time. She's done a lot for us, so the least we could do is return the favor and help her out when we can. If I help Fabienne prepare food, my tolerance should improve. Should we help Fabienne out? I'm surprised that she doesn't have an archetype, at least not yet.
You're a big help.
Looks like we all have the right ingredients to make red grass roasted bido. Let's get you prepped into the kitchen, shall we?
Next up is...
Let's see here, a red grass roast, right? No problem, Fabienne taught us all the ins and outs of this recipe.
Oh, right!
How about we make a few tweaks to the dish while we're at it? Let's make it spicier, let's stick to the recipe. Take it away, Chef Galga. Let's stick to the recipe, it's our first time.
No.
I think we should stick to the original recipe.
Exactly.
That's fair, I suppose it's Fabienne's signature dish, and she was kind enough to teach us how to make it. Alec and I poured our hearts into the preparation. A delicious aroma wafts through the room.
You did it!
Wow, we really did a good job with this one. Are you secretly some kind of master chef, Will? Looks like I did a great job helping out. I feel like my tolerance improved.
All
It feels so funny to call it tolerance, because I know they're talking about like ideological tolerance and stuff, but it sounds like they're just talking about like spice tolerance. I'm still inflexible though. I continued to help out as the night went on.
It would seem the disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
I hope we don't unlock the next dungeon like immediately. I'd like to have at least a couple days to just do some like hang out with Stroll and Hulkenberg, because I know they have social link events with me right now. It seems kind of tight to have like the events back to back like that otherwise, because if we did finish the first dungeon at the very last minute, then we would have had like no days until this announcement. And then if we're thrown into the next thing, then we have like no time to rest. We only had 10 days to do the first dungeon too. It felt like it was enough, but it felt like I should have had more free time. I'm so used to Persona giving us a lot more free time. But then again, there wasn't much to do, so...
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Hey Juan, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well today.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
That's all that you want to announce?
So it really is His Majesty!
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king.
How long away is the day of decision? Is it like a year from now? Like how most Persona games last a year, although there's like a time skip usually in between? Are we gonna have to campaign for an entire year?
This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
So we're vying for social media followers. Got it.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
So the people on top stay on top, because then you're constantly reminded of them, so then they continue to stay on top. Sounds very fair.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Also very true, except for the fact that you got some magical barrier thingy, I guess.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table.
So the top 3 people are on the rock, cannot be assassinated, but let's say you're in 4th place, and you're like just under the 3rd guy. Your face isn't on the rock, you're free for assassination, I guess.
Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
Well, if you guys all make a criminal popular enough, then that criminal could rule your country. Right?
But hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
It means stop being racist.
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. anyone in the land could be our next king.
Like, this is just a horrible plan by the previous king.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Well, I mean, also the leader of the church is the biggest face on the rock, so it's to their advantage to say that it is true, right?
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alcés in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
Is that a problem? Well, considering we're trying to assassinate someone, I guess it is.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength.
Yeah, that's also a problem with this.
We appear to be at an impasse.
Those on top stay on top, it seems.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Also, I can't really get over how Stroll's arms look a little bit too thin for his body. Like, he just seems a little disproportionate. Probably because his jacket makes his main body look so cylindrical and his shoulders are so accentuated. Hey Lexi, hey Fate, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by today.
Where?
Maria, where are you?
Kidding.
Where could Maria have gone? Wait, oh no. Please look after Maria. You have my thanks.
All right then.
They don't let me quick travel to the cemetery anymore.
Go.
Although I don't think she's there.
But why?
Unless she is.
Let's not.
So foolish.
What should I do?
Does my fairy sense help with this? Nope.
Well then, if you say...
Maria!
This is all right. What shall I do?
Louise, I could see it.
Maria!
That's enough now.
Just can't believe it's true. I'm out of ideas.
You sound like a damn fool.
Go to hunt.
Hey, listen.
This is all right.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I doubt she's down here, because this is where we started. If I talk to someone, will they tell me if they saw her?
Whatever.
Oh, Maria, you mean that kid? Yeah, I saw her earlier. Really? Where was she headed? The stairs north of Sunshade Row, you know, by the general store. Didn't look to be running an errand, though. The general store. We might find someone else who saw her if we head over there. Well, I just ran by there.
I'm in it now. I'm in trouble now. Tournament?
This is all right.
Hey, listen. Sorry, but
Ah, hello. Say, we're looking for a little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be the half-blood? If so, then yes, I did see her. She was muttering Papa and looking all sad. I saw her go through the back alley. Maria, could she have gone to the Grand Cathedral? That's where I started my search. I was smart and headed her off at the pass, but the game wouldn't let me.
I'm out of ideas.
what should I do? What's going on?
No, we haven't really progressed the story since yesterday, because we just started today, so my opinions of the characters haven't really changed. Since we've only been like an hour in since yesterday.
Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? Yeah, dude, you're a guard. You're not supposed to let her through. The way her eyes looked. I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. Wait, so she's been leaving her room periodically to come here? But Fabienne has not noticed?
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again, hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave?
Aww.
Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
Oh no, it wasn't your fault!
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
Oh, that gives me an idea. Maybe I should run for king. All the tutorials in my head have been telling me that. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand King's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end.
I mean, even if his intentions we're good. I still don't agree with his methods.
Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
Yeah, and yet he's protecting the person who is spilling the most blood. And also, even if someone who has all the kingly qualities, but they're like, you know, a low-born commoner in this world, has almost zero chance of climbing their way up and making it into the popular vote.
You may be right. But much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Like, it's such a... Like, I understand what it is as a narrative device, but it's just so flawed and dumb in so many ways.
Even so, we have to try.
Unless he had, like, magical foresight where he knew that someone like us would rise up and take it.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
See, even the discrepancy between Maria and Fabienne's models, I know that the coloring shading is just a little different because their hair colors are slightly different, but it just feels like Fabienne's looks less detailed and less crisp than Maria's. And Brigitte's was even less detailed.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
I mean, she is a strong girl, and I'm glad she worked things out, but it just seemed like so sudden.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
I know she's been secluded in her room for the past, like, 10 days, but still. As a character development, it just seems a little sudden.
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
We blow up the moon.
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
I just noticed there's like a chicken in that pen right behind Stroll.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you?
Yes.
Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
I'm not awaking up for this. Calm your mind.
Try
I'll
to
be
calm
nice.
your mind. Don't be so tense.
I look so different without my headpiece.
Fair enough. I suppose if I've any real weaknesses, it's that I don't know how to relax.
And you always miss your physical attacks.
Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
I'm going to share this book with every single person I know, and they're going to reread the same passage to me over and over again, aren't they?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions.
Yep, they're definitely not talking about Earth.
Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive.
Okay, I actually like this conversation because, like, privilege is definitely a real thing, and I'm glad they're trying to touch on things that are a little bit deeper than just a surface level, oh, like, outright racism.
A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals.
It is just a lot of, like, waxing philosophy,
Still,
though.
The discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you.
Discussion? I haven't said anything.
I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance.
I wonder if they're gonna do something like this book actually technically supposed to be is based on Earth, and Elda people are actually humans, the real humans from the fantasy world of the book or something like that. Like, I wonder if they're gonna try to draw a connection between this and, like, SMT or Persona universes somehow.
Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne!
Like a physical tournament?
Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials.
Oh, so we're doing Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail. That's what we're doing here.
First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win.
So, like, the king's competition doesn't have anything to do with this tournament, but then the church just kind of created it to drum up public opinion, which will probably follow along with what the king wants anyways.
Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Furthermore, the top 3 candidates already have protection from the king, so they're, like, invincible, so they can go slay whatever the heck they want. And come back.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels.
Okay, good. At least someone's pointing out how unfair it is.
The thing is being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. Ah! What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an Elda, I'm an outcast in the city. I think that gives us an advantage here. Well, I mean, the obvious solution. I mean, these are all kind of the same thing.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Forget the prince. I'm gonna be king.
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
Or he'll see you as competition and he'll kill you.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Yes. We're going to pretend to vie for the throne, and in the end, the plot twist will be, we actually do get the throne. Prince wakes up and it's like, hey, I'm ready to claim my throne now. You're like, what do you mean, your throne? My throne.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'm as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I said for Maria. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but... yeah, no throne, just overthrown.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
This plot is so silly.
Right.
It's like they try to like convolute it so that they can fit the narrative with what their goal is. It's like, we want to do a race for the throne. We want to have a tournament competition style. I know, we'll just find this reason to try to make our character compete. I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grievous' journal. Grievous should have told us some of this stuff before he left. That's pretty important stuff he should have told us about the formula being written down. Hey Luke, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Huh. Familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
All because Maria said, I wish someone who become king would be as nice as you, and suddenly we got the idea that we actually wanted to go through with this.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
No, Hulkenberg, not advocate. Follower. They should have called them advocates, I think. That would have sounded better and less demeaning.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Oh, don't worry, I'll come back and talk to you, because you're one of my archetypes, so I need you.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceania's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
I can't believe we're literally doing this.
This should be the place, right?
The plot of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail.
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm asking the questions here, bub.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Well, I didn't ask for your opinion. Move aside.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it...
Oh no, it's Mr. Pinocchio.
Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Let's get the one on the recruitment center bounty list.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
But I already got one. Got the one from the desert, remember?
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
But which? Bigger is probably better.
Step aside, faceless NPC. You don't even have a portrait or a name.
Hang on. There's nothing but small-time contracts here. Are you not here for this tournament, then?
Who are you? Wearing a blanket.
It's slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
We're gonna hunt the most dangerous game. Man. I guess in this world it'd be human.
Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Do you have any idea who that is?
Who are you? First we had the necromancer, then we have you. Why do all the antagonists dress in purple and have ugly outfits? He's also got like a dog. He kind of reminds me of like, well, I mean his dog. I mean, reminds me of like Rufus Shinra.
That man's an elite, an ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that.
Look at how long his ears go in his portrait. I mean, I guess Hulkenberg is the same.
Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Well, if you can't even get your outfits straight, you have no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not pimps.
Stuck up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Is that guy gonna be our next boss fight?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
We're going to recruit the criminal to help us. Maybe he has a big head.
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme?
Well, suddenly we're meeting a lot of characters that have facial portraits.
You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Hey Ari, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by today.
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain from Atira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
I'm surprised if this guy's getting a portrait. I'm just surprised that Mr. Pinocchio knows with the orange hair didn't have a portrait. Maybe he just doesn't speak as much after this.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
Ah, yes, the worms. I remember the worms.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We want to help you.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything.
Yeah, wouldn't you say it makes me look very kingly?
Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Could you get me a carriage? I don't have a carriage. Man, come back.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
The way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
What would His Royal Highness do? Oh, I guess if you're talking about the prince. I was gonna say, if you're talking about the king, what he would do is sit back and not do a thing. Cast some dumb magic that only takes place when he dies.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Oh, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me you're actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne. Oh, the audacity of youth. Wait, who are you? Demo Man Goddard. You look like Tombstone from Spider-Man. That's rich, a mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as a king. The idea makes me sick to my stomach. Well, do you know what makes me sick to my stomach? People that don't have portraits when they speak. Move aside, NPC.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of a great age, one with years of experience. Yet upstart schoolchildren like you and Luis dare to. It hardly matters, you won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'd be happy to give the eulogy at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too. Hey, would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Heisme? Heisme, you sure you can handle that? You can't be held liable if you yourself get killed out there. You're an odd one, alright? Either that or you're just green. Head to Martira. You could probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
We're already on 4-star. I thought it'd only go up to 3-star.
Let's call it.
Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now. I mean, we already told that other guy that we were going to accept it, right? So, I mean, we had to formally pick it up, but...
registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about.
Well, now it sounds wrong when you say it like that.
Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
She doesn't... Her face does not look very convincing. But then again, we're also speaking in half-truths to her, so she has the right to speak half-truths back to us, I guess.
You don't sound too sure about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
I mean, that makes sense, but she says that she's like casting away her bond to the knights, but keeping her title? I don't think it works that way. You don't get to keep your title after you leave.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
The opening ceremony for the tournament is tomorrow. So they only gave people like 1 day to register? I mean, I guess they don't really want competition, so...
Let's rest.
We should probably stay inside and rest today.
Hey!
I asked Fabienne for a map of Martira. She gave me the one from Grius' personal effects. It covers all the main roads. We may have found one in town, but a military map always has more details. Yeah. Fabienne continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue, well apart from one massive, overtuned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive me my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised no matter what we're presented with. We're gonna have a weird carriage.
Don't push yourself too much.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will assuredly miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while.
Fancy a bit of info?
You have any info for me? Nope. We're gonna have to like ride like, I don't know, a gigantic pig or something like that. I haven't seen Maria since I came back from the recruitment center. I wonder if something's wrong. The bed is simple but clean. Simple and clean. It has an aroma that reminds me of a clear sunny day. Maybe it's time to call it a night.
Good night.
Can I come in?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Well, you're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no, I promised Miss Fabienne I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
Aw, so when I first started this game, I thought that maybe this would be like our hub city, and we travel out and do things, but it seems like we'll be moving cities as we go, which we kind of got from the end of the demo when they showed the trailer. But I mean, I was kind of hoping that if this is our base of operations, then we continue to build our bond with Maria and Fabienne as we go. Kind of like, you know, in Persona 3 or Persona 4 and 5, there's like, you know, the parental figure and like the little sister figure that you kind of become attached to. But it looks like we're just gonna leave them behind.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Maria's waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of the strange and distant places we visit. For this I get curative coney roast.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
Oh, you took off your cravat.
Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book...
You want me to read to you too?
We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Okay, sit down. I've read this book too. Maria and Stroll, now it's your turn. Who else wants to read? Fabienne? Weirdo from the recruitment center?
So,
Town
it is
crier?
a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided.
They do this thing called voting.
In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
If only it worked that way.
In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say.
Yeah, but in this system, we also don't have a king and a prince, so he would also not have the title anymore.
I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good.
See, like, it's so strange because, like, they keep bringing up this difficult topic about, like, the perfect utopia, a fair world where there's no racism, which is a very heavy topic and very complex, and then they keep bringing up this, like, fantasy book that's someone written that suspiciously sounds like our modern society, even though we know that our modern society is nowhere near as nice and clean as this. I'm sure maybe later on they're going to subvert our expectations, but it just feels really weird. It feels very weird.
Oh, I suppose. 'Tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength.
Like, I think if they wanted to have a book about some kind of utopia, sure, they could talk about equality and leaders being chosen by the people and stuff, but the fact that they use images that are very clearly taken from our Earth undermines their position. Again, unless later on in the game they plan to subvert this, but...
My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey, lovely hamster, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by today. Ooh, animated cutscene.
Judah! Lady Judah!
Who are you? Are you an Elda? You don't have any other features. Her eyes kind of freak me out. They're a little too large and round.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
Ill fair, he gets fireworks for his introduction? I can't afford those.
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Well, that throws our plan
Then what
off.
becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis.
Oh, this guy.
Miguel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's...
The Black Hound, but he's wearing purple.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea.
What is your outfit?
Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Agreed.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
You can't even speak my name out loud because I named my own character. He's not allowed to speak it.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
So, no one else entered? Like, really? Out of all these people?
By the way,
Surely there were
road
some
to the fight
foolish
still hasn't
no-names.
arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
Another animated cutscene?
Contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
Is that my ride?
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash! Whoa!
Great way to start the ceremonies. We killed the MC.
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
Feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
So we get to ride around in, like, Hal's moving castle. Hey, we went up in popularity. Wait, we went up by, like, a full 1,000. That's a lot. That's a big jump. Not bad for a no-name. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince. Again, I know for the sake of story, right, they can't have too many candidates, but the fact that there was no prerequisite for becoming a candidate, I'm surprised more people weren't just throwing their names in the hat just for the sake of putting their name up, you know? Oh, this is different. Okay, that's kind of cool. Whoa, what's with this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing just as much. You're just as crazy as a runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira, Old Castle Town, I think. Should be a way south. That's a lot of campfires. Well, this will prove to be interesting.
Hold on.
Whoa.
This place here.
Yeah, the main character's canonical name is Will. At least in English and Japanese. It's different in some of the other languages.
Wow.
Which is what I named him. Yeah, okay, Martira, here it is. Down to Martira, eh? On this craft's legs? Oh, I'd say that'd be about 4 days, 3 nights, about. 4 days and 3 nights? That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed. Bolly good, now cinch those bridges, chaps. Full steam ahead to Martira, Old Castletown. Yeah, Will is just such a normal name. Maybe it strengthens my theory that he's actually just a human.
About gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
A little chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
Just like scratching his leg.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
Noble District Underhall.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not the new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God.
I mean, it was just in plain sight over there all along.
Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince?
Doesn't look very princely to me, but that's just me.
Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
I think he was just excited to build it and he went overboard.
You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable!
I'm glad we're seeing more, like, wacky characters that have, like, an obvious comical sense they're adding to the story, because every one of our main characters is trying too hard to be serious all the time. We need someone that's, like, outright actually trying to be goofy.
I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
She quickly went from being impressed to being very unimpressed.
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the Value runner alone.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
I like this guy.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I love how the little, like, horns, like, toot and grow larger and smaller when they're speaking.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
If we die together. See, I don't know if my decisions ultimately mean anything, so I'm trying not to be too mean or sarcastic.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
It kind of is like a Dr. Seuss vehicle, isn't it?
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So that's how they justify having more deadlines in this game. Because it's a tournament, everything is on a deadline. So that's how they justify having like X number of days until the next thing each time, Persona style. I see.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Oh yeah, we haven't told you yet. I mean, you didn't tell us about this craft, so I guess we're even now.
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
It's perfect. It sounds impossible. I trust all of you. I trust you, I guess.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismate, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto! Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic, oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
I must go and shake his hand. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities, such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interacting with him. Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around on your way there.
Oh, yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kinda want to see what the engine room's like.
Oh.
Carriage can't begin to compete with the Gauntlet Runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. Was railing in my way? The runner makes a smooth ride, at least. You call this smooth? Eccentricities aside, he's certainly earned his title as a court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with its unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions.
All right, then.
It's a map showing the area surrounding our destination, Martira.
Let's see here.
I wonder where we're at right now.
Let's see.
Cockpit appears to be up there. Mind the rope, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard. Perhaps I should stay away for now. The door must lead to the end of the Gauntlet Runner. It's locked tightly to prevent accidental entry. We sleep in these pods. These are beds. They seem pretty small. Well, I can actually go out here? Whoa! So it like literally runs. So they won't let me up in the front, but they let me out here.
What's this?
Beneath this cloth, there seems to be a big barrel. I wonder what it's used for. It's Neris's personal collection of books. They're too technical for me to understand. Some sort of strange device wrapped in cloth. Looks like one of Neris's inventions in the making. There's a lot of books piled up.
Got it.
It's the kitchen. I can prepare meals here.
Got it.
Hulkenberg said that most things are edible if you put them over a fire, but is that really true?
So?
You have to wash your dishes properly, but being that water is a precious resource, that actually goes double. Stock with food suitable for a long journey. I would prefer to cook it before eating it first. There's some rock beans and gauntlet shrooms. Did they grow here? I could use these for cooking. Grow here? Like I'm picking up like mushrooms that are growing on the floor of the vehicle, or were they purposely planted here? Like are these planters? I can't tell. I love floor mushrooms. Oh, now there's more pressing matters at hand.
Incredible!
Wow, so this room's made for bathing? Can we really just hop in mid-ride and take a real bath? Now that I can get used to. I call first dip.
Hey!
Are you just gonna stride up and strip nude? What do you think you are? Unacceptable.
Really?
It's a bathing room. Oh, off to mention, no running water yet. Working on it.
Damn.
Unacceptable. But he told us earlier that we could take a dip if we needed to. I like how I can see him up there. It's kind of neat. Monster in the distance. This is so quirky. Oh, hey, more. A machine that does laundry, handmade by Nura. Seems there's nothing in it at the moment.
Now, where was I?
Feel Moore's presence. Oh no. Nurse's research deck. This must be where new inventions are born. Some unique items are lined up here. Nurse's personal belongings, I think. Some unique items are lined up here. Nurse's personal belongings, I think. I've never smelled this fragrance before. I can't tell whether it's used for food or for fuel. I don't like the way it's pulsating. I wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time on a gauntlet runner, eh? Whoa, that scared me. It looks like that pipe's in here too. Call the rudder phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you'd take your life in your hands when you traveled the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. Runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beasts, made for zero momentum loss, even on roughest terrain. Among other things, I modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl, still work in progress. But by the time I'm done, she'll have a few new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Oh, you will continue toward your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you won't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books on the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. He said there's no running water, so how can I use the washing machine? You also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Well, I did want to spend time with Hulkenberg earlier. I say, you gave me a start there. Were you trying to get my attention? Well, terribly sorry, but I gotta focus on driving for now. Shake off the rust a bit. If you want to chat, best find me in the evenings. What? Never seen an igniter like this before. Oh, this thing makes a weird sound. Like a jiggly sound. Magic igniter, enormous comparison to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, it uses magma crystals as fuel. Stroll's just sleeping. Ugh, I feel drunk. Don't you vomit here. Are you okay? Sorry. Survive. I can handle the swaying of a carriage, but this, it's another beast. Seems I'll need to learn to endure it.
Speaking of...
Nira said you got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. Aw, I was hoping to do things with them. With Stroll and Hulkenberg. What's this? Watchtower. Oh. I'm eventually gonna have to do like a boss fight on top of this thing. I can feel it.
What now?
Oh, they don't want to hang out with me? Dang it. Can't hang out with you guys. Okay, so what do? Eat. Wash clothes. Read a book.
This?
It's Nurse's homemade washing machine. Washing clothes can sometimes cleanse the mind too. Doing laundry will make me take my mind off things. Increase my max MB.
Understood.
Okay, let's see what everything else does.
Come on.
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nurse modified to create wind that collects dust. Very nifty. Oh, he invented a vacuum cleaner. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over is sure to strengthen your legs, yeah? If I clean the Gauntlet Runner, my max HP will increase. Oh, so these aren't like royal virtue stuff. These are like stat stuff. Yeah, I wish cleaning and doing the laundry gave me boosts to my abilities. So what does cooking do then? Using the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies, eating prepared meals can grant your party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients. Buy them, win them, find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. There's some ingredients here. Maybe Nurse went shopping. Ooh. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Wait, did that just say critical meatballs? Want to make something? If so, we should try to have everyone teach us their culinary specialty. I feel like cooking seems to have the most benefits because it does a bunch of different things. Oh, I thought it said we got Oreo sugar. I'm like, what? Let's cook. Oh, we already learned this one. Oh, but these are like, they make you usable items in battle. I feel like it's more, it is worth trying to get all these done though. Let's make this. Ooh, this one heals 250 HP and cures poison for all allies. That's pretty good.
Let's check.
That's a dish Stroll wants to make. Wait here, I'll go get him. He's not barfing.
No, man.
For as often as we simply refer to our meals as meat, something to keep in mind is where it's cut from. The taste and texture can change dramatically, you know? Each type of cut has an ideal preparation. If you do it well, it turns out tender and delicious. Something to strive for, wouldn't you say?
Speaking of...
So what kind of cut do we have here? Ah, but never you mind, just leave this to me. I began preparing the food with Stroll. Watch your meat and adjust the heat, so it says. Although it depends on what your preference is, really. It's nearly time. No, it is time! Strike now!
Alright.
Yes. Not bad so far. See the juices there? There's your proof it's turning out delicious. We'll add a little something for the aroma and we're done. But just a little or it'll overshadow the flavor. Amazing. Stroll and I made a delicious looking dish cooked to perfection. It's curative coney roast. Smells good, doesn't it? Now imagine how it tastes. Stroll and I cleaned up the kitchen. Time really flew. I like how we like cook these things and then we just stuff them in our inventory and we don't even eat them right away. No, Stroll, this is for later.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While in an encampment, you can make use of any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days until we reach Martira. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night. Why not spend some time relaxing with someone? Can I make friends with you? They're insects gathered by the campfire. Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg anyway. I should try and catch one. I got a Lumi bee. I caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient. Very cool.
Your thoughts?
Oh, how was the ride? Smooth as butter? Luxurious as a palace? Awe-inspiring? Tear-jerking? Absolutely. Waha! This runner is such a guilty pleasure. Though credit where it's due, my tinkering certainly helped me make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could fly. But that's a story for another day. Off you go, better get your 40 winks. No, I want to be friends with you.
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get. I'm not up too much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hone my imagination. Let's see what Hulkenberg can give us. This is kind of neat, but also again, it feels kind of weird when combined with the Persona formula. I appreciate that this is something different though. Oh, this is the cutscenes we saw in the trailer when they're like playing chess with your party members and cooking with them.
Well met.
Well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Oh, by recalling the past and planning for the future with Hulkenberg, maybe I can hold my imagination. Did I spend time talking with Hulkenberg?
Be well.
Ah, well, come visit me again when you have some free time. I think I'm gonna pick Stroll first because I'm actually using the warrior class, so I'm not sure if this might affect my social standing with him.
Hey.
I could always talk to Hulkenberg next evening.
No, then.
Oh wait, could I have picked Gallica? Oh well. So next up is Martyra. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I've once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past.
Speaking
of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that the Hero Kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends?
What's that about?
Power isn't everything.
Oh, I see.
Ah, I see. I like how my, markings glowed. As kings, they have to govern their people and maintain their peace. Martial might alone won't help you there. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that we got allies who share these abilities as well.
Then...
if we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder, how many more of these powers are still out there? I felt my imagination grow as Stroll and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us.
Alright.
I haven't worked at all on my eloquence, though. None of my side quests have given me any of that. Come on, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. I like how Hulkenberg also seemed to have left this room so we could talk. Stroll and I talked for a while. Ooh, I got some mag.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
I mean, it's nice that we're finally getting free time, but I thought I could spend it in the city because I wanted to improve my social links. Well, the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
You're better than I feared, considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? A boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl? Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to go through the desert this fast. But keep an eye on the road, okay, nurse? We'll arrive in Martyra in 2 days. Did anything new grow in the pantry?
What's this?
There's some mellow milk and fragrant spice. I wonder who brought them here. I could use these for cooking. Well, it's not like anyone left the craft overnight, so where did we get it from? We just didn't see it the first time we came around? Can I cook the bug I caught? Nope. The bookshelf is lined with interesting books. The books I could read are New World Travel Diary, Pride and Persuasion. New World Travel Diary. This appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful land called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that'll really expand the mind. Want to read it together by the window? If I read this book, I may gain more imagination. Well, I kind of think social stats might be more useful than increasing my MP. As much as I want more MP. This book outlines useful conversational techniques for convincing others. I haven't started yet. Nurse probably left it here, huh? Let's take it over to the window if you want to read it together. If I read this book, I may gain more eloquence. Let's do eloquence. I haven't done anything with eloquence.
What's that?
Oh, you really meant by the window. That could be dangerous. One little bump and you'll fall out, hit your head on the railing. Apparently this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This section is part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Yeah, like our first impression when he drove this thing up in front of the Grand Cathedral. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor, then use flattery to probe for weak points.
What are you talking about?
Probe for weak points? Why? To exploit them without mercy. Gain the upper hand.
Sure.
So you can gain the upper hand, perhaps.
No kidding.
Oh, I see. It feels a bit underhanded, but I guess if you need things to go your way, that's how it has to be. I feel like paying close attention to the art of persuasion has increased my eloquence.
Alright.
Yay, I learned how to exploit people. I'm so eloquent. I'm surprised. I get a bit of force can go a long way in helping negotiations go smoothly. There's still more left to read in the book. I'll pick it up from here next time.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Thanks for the progs. Oh, break time, chums. There's something up ahead. We'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magma surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
So what are we doing here? Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Ooh, it's pretty. Very bright.
Wow.
It's so pretty. It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would the tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nurse pulled a sheet of paper and brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Nurse, how'd you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There, you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed all of it to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch of itself anymore. Well, I'm gonna sell it for a lot of loot. I see Nurse's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from her journey. We could tell her a story about this place. Next time I'm in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
Oh, a magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely! Gallica's the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me the whole time? I don't recall you asking. Knock it off.
However,
turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel like seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
So wise.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rock Den Camp. We'll be Martyra the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martyra is. Oh, Stroll doesn't want to spend time anymore because I already spent time with him the other day. Grand Trad could dazzle even the darkest night. Out here you could barely see the horizon. It's a comforting reminder of home. If I'm honest, I just couldn't appreciate it from a swaying gauntlet runner.
Yeah.
Are you feeling better now? Yes, I ate a bit and that helped. I almost envy Hulkenberg's ability to eat anything. Anytime, anywhere. I haven't always been this weak. The swaying takes me back to times I'd sooner forget. After I lost my home, I was tossed between relatives, and each time it began with an agonizing journey in a rocking carriage. I suppose that's why I find my mind drifting to Halia. I often wonder how the people who survived are faring now. Wow, I didn't realize how long it's been since we took a well-earned break. Hey, what are you trying to do there? Supporters. Doesn't seem like anybody has anything important to say. Maybe we could check in again once we're back at town. Did you hear that, Stroll and Hulkenberg? Gallica says neither of you has anything important to say. Okay, but where's Nurse?
Alright then.
Just want to say hi to him. Shake his hand. I go down the ladder so smoothly. Oh, I can spend time with him. Oh, that you, lad? Oh, the sound of the jiggling in the background. Just in time. Mind helping me out a bit? I was about to give the reactor an inspection. Abstruse and convoluted as it is, rest assured a look won't do you any harm. Carefully inspecting the machinery might hone my wisdom. You wanna help Nurse make his rounds? Yeah. Aha, so you feel the reactor's tug on your heart too, eh? Then to business.
Spare a moment?
It all is complex, I know, but any apparatus here is just a collection of smaller parts. And if those individual parts aren't cared for, the whole lot goes kaput. Which is why today we'll be oiling them. Vital business, keeps them from rusting and wearing down. How much oil should I apply? Pour on the grease. Coat the grooves? Just drop? Coat the grooves. I'll use just enough to coat the grooves.
Oh.
That's the ticket, lad. Perfectly dolloped. Huh, that's the kind of work that'll get you in the machinery's good books, not books. Looks like I did a good job. I feel like this detail work has helped me improve my wisdom.
Alright.
Okay, but I want to be friends with Nurse.
Now then.
I should do it for now. On to the next task. No, I need you to give me a new archetype. I know you probably have one. I spent some time with Nurse in the engine room inspecting every nook and cranny.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The downtime in the Gauntlet Runner is kind of like a nice falling action, but I'm getting kind of bored of it. It's kind of tiring. Nothing really interesting happens.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash? Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
My star is rising!
This asshole.
Sanctism will reign!
Wait, are they fighting with each other and we just got caught in the crossfire?
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony, I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
Stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
Why is he there? How did he get here on his own? Hey Kidabo, welcome to the stream. What's the crier guy doing here? It's gonna be like revealed at the end that he's actually like the real candidate and the real boss or something like that.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Luis's supporters? I don't want to be friends with this asshole.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Personally, I would say let's just wait and see how it plays out. I don't know if that's the right call here. It probably really doesn't matter what I choose. Let's just sit back. Let them
How
fight.
about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Gladel's side.
Well, maybe you should have given your opinion before you asked me the question.
I know, I don't like it either, but if we want Luis's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Oh, so they're just gonna force me into doing that?
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
Yeah, the illusion of choice.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Easy for you to say.
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
What if we just don't save him? Let them fight, Gladel's runner gets taken out, and then we just offer him a ride. Less violent, achieves almost the same goal, and he's without a runner.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That corner. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
Is no one gonna acknowledge the fact that I saved the entire city from that giant monster? I mean, come on.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Godot and his monks have boarded the deck. Wait. They didn't just shoot us with their gauntlet runner? Okay. They're just gonna ignore Gladel? Now Gladel can attack Godot. Why do both their names start with G? It's so annoying. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now. Oh, we're just fighting him directly.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place!
I thought he just sent his goons after us and leave.
Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
If he's the other dude's right-hand man, and he seems so confident, I just assumed that he was actually really powerful, but...
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Like, does it extend to him as well? Because he himself is not on the rock, but...
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners.
Their outfits are so weird. Why are they wearing like onesies?
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Petrification magic?
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Are you prepared? Burn to ash!
Let's go. To the rear guard. Seeker! Wind!
Decipher ground!
Oh, I bet they just resist all like magic, like most casters.
Prostrate yourself before God. I'll cut you down. Witness the power of sanctism.
He doesn't even attack, he just smirks.
Kneel before him. What could you hope to achieve? Oh, please.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
We're not out of this yet.
Helpful as ever.
Observe the enemy. With blade in hand!
Take your royal power within. Tougher than I thought.
Seeker! No.
They're weak to piercing attacks. Hit them all in one fell swoop.
Sanctism is supreme.
Only a flesh wound.
What could you hope to achieve?
Hulkenberg's guard is down.
I see you!
I can't afford to hold back.
Again, I wish that in the bottom right of the screen it shows you what like status debuffs you might have on your characters. It doesn't.
Behold my power!
Seeker! Flare!
Like sworn oath of Nakam! Oh, shards of ice!
I shall... No holding back! The power of fire! Resistance is futile! More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching.
I mean, they keep saying that everyone's watching, but it's just the crier, dude.
For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
I kind of wish the boss fight music in this game so far. None of it has been really. I mean, it's been epic, but it hasn't been like a memorable banger.
Rise, my brother. Sanctism will reign.
God damn it!
Seeker! With healing power.
I owe you.
Hulkenberg's
Know
down.
your place.
Someone help her get back in the fight.
Peasants!
Let's try this.
My spirit is unbroken!
Sanctism will reign! Take this!
This is nothing.
Don't underestimate me!
Stroll! They've sacked their defenses.
We're not out of this yet.
Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
I with blade in hand!
Hulkenberg got them right
Warrior!
in the spot.
Hack and slash!
It's okay. Seeker! Maybe not.
They're weak to ice. Let's stop them cold.
Seeker! Scour!
Sanctism will reign!
Only a flesh wound.
Sanctism will reign!
Still
Brace
standing.
yourselves!
Someone heal her.
Moving to the front.
Hulkenberg's
To the
in
rear
bad
guard.
shape.
Nice.
She needs help.
Freeze.
Hulkenberg got them right
In the name
weak spot.
warrior! I'll cut you down! They die hard!
Come forth, royal soul! With healing power!
Trust me.
Witness me,
For all
brethren!
we strive for!
Nice.
The faithful are broken before you. Yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
I mean, it doesn't really make sense because, like, okay, his boss is protected because he's in the running. This guy's his right-hand man, so he's apparently protected. But shouldn't his underlings also be protected? Shouldn't everyone under him be protected in theory? Like, how many degrees of separation does it count? Who's judging this? The king?
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
I mean, I could have still smashed it.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
Hey! Get down here!
This guy probably is not grateful to us anyways, because he's an asshole. Wait, it's that other dude. Wait, it's both of you. What?
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I thought I saw the dude with the hat.
Are you hurt?
Of course I'm not hurt. Look, what are you after?
Is that the singer lady? She looks so much better in her other outfit than this. This looks a little tacky. Is it because she's working with him?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
That is not the voice I expected you to have.
Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Is this the same girl, or is she like the twin sister of the other girl or something like that? Because, I don't know, her demeanor does not strike me as the same person.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur.
Okay. You just didn't have the personality I thought you would. Okay.
Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
I still don't understand. Where did the crier come from? Does he have his own gauntlet runner? Where is it? Is he just by himself?
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Good, at least I'm glad she's rubbing salt in his wound for me.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Did you hear that, nurse?
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
But that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
His cartoony run.
I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
I knew he wouldn't be falling for her. He had his eye on that machine the whole time. I like that. I like that. Man knows what he wants. I respect that. Maybe Nurse is gonna be my favorite character. I don't know.
By the crown, you can't be serious. She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva. Oh, this is preposterous. Surely I can't be the only one starstruck?
So the only one that's starstruck is Hulkenberg?
Really? no one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
Well, Hulkenberg, first of all, I don't think she wants to shake any of her hands. Secondly, I should do it because when I shake her hand, I get the archetype and I can give it to you. If you shake her hand, you don't get anything. Okay, we're starting to see a little bit more of Hulkenberg's like silly side. I like that.
You're an interesting little ensemble.
Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one?
Where did you...
So, let me get this straight. Neris is interested in the machine. Hulkenberg's interested in Juna. Juna's interested in Gallica.
Hey, up there!
Was it the reporter dude? Is it the crier? He's got a huge ship. What was he doing on the ground?
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually
Oh, this is not the crier. That Luis's, isn't it? It's huge! Wait, why does he have a little child? Why does he have a little child with him? Who's that on the left? We're meeting so many characters today.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
But how come it looks like all of them are dressing from like different decades? Like, no one seems like they belong in the same game as each other. They all look like they're from different games. Like, there's no cohesive outfit design sense at all.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
Your voice is so much deeper than I thought it would be, Mr.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
I get it, he's a snarky little kid. I thought he'd be like a little meeker, but I guess that's not correct.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
We're your supporters. Take a wild guess. I mean, technically the first one's correct. Second one is aligned with our goals, but I don't want to say it. I don't like Luis's design. A lot of people said they like him as a villain. I don't like him. He definitely has that like Griffith look, and I don't like that look. I really wonder if choosing the name Luis though has something to do with Luis Cypher from SMT. Because like Luis is such a weird name for a villain when everyone else has like other names that are more fantasy-like. But then again, I'm Will, so I guess whatever.
I'm just another candidate.
So he's got like an entire entourage.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
He's asking why I became a candidate. How should I respond? To become king, to help save the prince. Dude, what if I just told him outright right now that I'm here to save the prince? Like, does the game just end? Like, what happens? I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to replay that entire other section. I don't think they're gonna make me reset, but like, I kind of want to see what happens when I say this. I mean, I guess this is the answer they want me to do. You know what? Screw it. My curiosity's getting the better of me. I have to say this. Oh, dang it! The game just stops me! The illusion of choice! No! No! It would have been such a funny moment. They should have, like, gave me a whole, like, fake game over screen and been like, you should choose your words more carefully and just reload the cutscene. No, this was such a good opportunity to give me a funny moment. Game. We're bound to complete secrecy when it comes to the prince. Should I really share that?
The more you hesitate, the more suspicious you'll sound. You've got to get this right.
I should rethink my response. What if I just keep selecting the same thing and eventually the game's like, fine, you want to say it so badly? You've selected this 10 times in a row? Fine. Hey Jimmy John, welcome to the stream. I guess I'll just say the right one, I guess.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you? Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
I mean, that's what you gotta do as a content creator when you want followers, right? You gotta self-promote. You gotta pick the popular guy and then help him out and then self-promote, right? We're clearly just following the Twitter algorithm here.
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
I kind of like the idea of the songstress being on the bad guy's side, though. That's kind of interesting.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
Also, I guess all our characters are actually pretty good at lying.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
The fact that the child also has like a backpack just adds to the silliness of him keeping the child around him. Like, I assume the child must be like
this changes anything.
Either an expert tactician or a great magic user, but the little backpack on his back.
Come on, Hector.
Maybe he's not a child. Maybe he's just short.
It soars like a damn bird.
I'm still gonna call him a child for now, though, because we don't know. There's too many characters we don't know the names of.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
I don't know if Luis is just like... I don't know, he seems kind of dumb for a villain. Even to just buy some of our lies, or even just to give us the time of day.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
But like, I don't know, like in the first cutscene we ever saw him, he came off as very like, cautious, very calculated, very like, I don't need anyone to help me, and now he's got like an entourage with like a singer and a child. And he just believes us at our word. And he just announced to everyone in the world that he killed the king, even though he was trying to keep it on the down low.
The darkness claims its dominion. The Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beams of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
I like how these narrations keep telling us how dangerous it is outside, but then it ends off with like, but we're safe, so don't worry about it. It's a good thing I did that dungeon at the beginning of today's stream. I would have been so bored.
Oh, damn it, blast!
I didn't think we'd spend like 3/4 of the stream just watching this gauntlet runner run from one place to another.
Did you hear that?
Oh, do I get to shake his hand finally?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Oh.
Hey, Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Oh, I have an idea. Shake my hand.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort.
Oh, am I gonna read him a passage from my book?
But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Kiro or some such.
Oh. If I do this quest, then I get to shake his hand. Is that what I'm getting at?
This one's important.
Yeah. We left Neris, who dissolved into doom and gloom again, and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in the Gauntlet Runner.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So we'll arrive in Martira this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. liberated, I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know, a carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies, I am grateful, it's just hard to show it, while on the verge of losing your lunch. That and I pray we could avoid further hindrances like yesterday's. Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Bartira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
I like how Barden just came here even before we formally accepted the bounty, expecting us to come. And how did he get here before us? We have the fastest gauntlet runner, even though he left like a day before us, but still.
More desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon. I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word. Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctoress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Kriganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it. Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
We're just gonna play both sides here. We're gonna say Luis to his face that we're on his side and help him, and then when other people ask, we say, no, he's a tyrant, we're not gonna help him. It's not my business. No, I'll be on his good side, I guess.
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
We're so two-faced.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
I'm surprised you have a facial portrait too.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. It would be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way. Is this some kind of smoked dish? Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh, that's what I was worried about. I want to taste the innards, so thank you.
Oh good. Larval innards.
It's a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
I don't like that squelching sound. Oh, look at her little portrait chewing. I mean, don't knock it till you try it, I guess. Might be good. Doesn't look very appetizing, though. Like, I thought those were, like, soup bowls in front of them, but they're actually just, like, cuts of the larva. You can see the little feet.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the bugs from the Lion King that they eat. Itsuki, welcome to the stream. Let's be positive. Looks great.
Looks great. What is with that smile? Not you too.
Rich flavors are bursting in my mouth. It's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Don't tell me that!
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
15? You really should have tried fixing this problem on your own faster. I mean, I know you explained why you couldn't, but...
And do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So... is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
See, the weird thing too is, this map cannot be to scale, because we spent 3 days to get from the capital to Martira, but if you look here, the Belega ruins or whatever are very close to being the same distance away, and we got there and back within the same day. Even if the terrain is rough or whatever. Like to get from here to here, and then back, we were able to do that in 1 day, and yet from here to here, took us 3 days.
Let's see. Here's where we are now.
There's a runner.
What's this? Major Candidate's Gauntlet Runner. It's a pink one. Oh, it must be that, like... well, there were a couple ladies, right? So...
Let's see here.
That's Giant Sandworm's Nest. Wait, how do we know that that runner's there? It's not like the map is updated in real time. It's a paper map, right?
Let's see here.
That's Rival Gauntlet Runner.
Let's see.
That's Sans Camp.
Here, all right.
Here's our current position.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how we can even survive out there.
Well, by cooking sandworms, of course.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Just have our reward ready.
We'll get this job done.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Yeah, we help anyone in need, including Luis, apparently.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert.
Everything we eat here is entrails, great.
Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
You keep talking about how the worms are so dangerous and you can't get near them, but you seem to be cooking them all for your local delicacies. Surely you just go take them out one at a time and eventually they'll be cleared out, right?
It is altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honorable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I had a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're gonna meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay? Explore the town a bit. Oh, don't mind me, I only just arrived here now, so it's not like I overheard that conversation you just had with Barden. And even if I did hear something, it's not like I'd tell anybody. I never would have made it as a professional informant if I didn't know how to handle sensitive information. Yeah, which means that if you did hear anything, you would sell it to someone. That's right, if there's anything you want to know about the city, simply ask me. You can always find me here. Again, like, what is your fashion? Why are you wearing, like, a shower curtain? Oh, you won't give me information right now. Oh, there we go. Wait, never mind. I guess I can't get it till morning, huh?
Pleasure to see you.
As requested by Barden, the entire tavern has been reserved for your party's private use today. I had to kick out a house full of drunkards for this, so I hope you're all worth it. Wait, he kicked everyone out just so we can have one table? It was nice of you to come all this way, traveler. Please make yourselves comfortable. The beds are in the back, past the door next to the desk. Oh, the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Martyr is a fine city indeed. Which makes this Heisme's offenses all the more damning. If all we've heard is true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, to be wholly stripped of his knighthood, I would not be surprised if the man's given into despair.
Got a moment?
We'll meet with the lady of the castle tomorrow, and we're not particularly familiar with the area. Why don't we call it a night? Stroll in the room already? Oh, hi. Finally free of those tiny runner bunks. Nice to sleep in an inn, isn't it? I love a good inn. Yeah. Nothing beats the bed at an inn.
Right?
I can see the monsters out there when we camp on the runner, so I rest a little easier in an inn. I wish Nurse would come inside with us, but I suppose if the runner's a castle, he is its king.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous.
Wow, what
out.
beautiful weather. I think I might have overslept though.
Hold on.
Where is everyone?
Let's hurry.
They all went to Krigante Castle ahead of us. Apparently, we can get there by climbing the stairs in Starestone Market. Okay, well, let's spend a little bit of time exploring town while we're here, so we don't have to explore next time. Where's the informant? Where's the informant? I wanted to buy my information.
All right then.
I'm out of ideas.
We're not handling any new bounties at the moment. Everyone's caught up with the incidents. You know the ones. I think reception should open again by tomorrow, but can a guy like you really handle a bounty anyway? I still have that other bounty too. But now we're further from the desert where we need to do it. Like, I don't... So if we're traveling in this game constantly from city to city, but I need to go back to do, like, a quest, like, how does that work? Like, what if I'm on a tight schedule and I can't spend the days to go back? Which is a disadvantage of this whole schedule calendar thing, which I'm sure they accounted for, but... I don't want to talk to all the NPCs.
All right then.
They go this way? Are they gonna stop me?
Let's not.
Hey, if we roam too far, we'll end up lost. Let's stick around this area. Hang on just a minute, this is dangerous. Even a protagonist wouldn't survive that drop. Oh. You're talking about this. I was going this way, so I was so surprised. I'm like, what do you mean can't survive this drop? It's a tiny incline. What are you talking about? Oh, hey, more.
Hello there.
Welcome. Care for some water? You won't find a more refreshing drink anywhere else. I'll buy at least a little bit of cooking ingredient so I can cook later.
More people missing.
Did someone just bark at me?
All right then.
What were the gods doing?
They're letting me go this way?
All right then.
Why is there a yellow marker here? Did I talk to one of you guys for Neris's quest?
What were the
Is someone above me?
All right.
Why do I have a yellow marker? Okay.
You there.
Oh, is that your runner down there? Elda are riding on gauntlet runners these days, are they? Huh, never thought I'd see the like. Suppose that means you're the help what's come to the town. You're gonna take that runner to the giant sandworm and to High's maze. You'll get a hero's welcome if you take him down. There's weapons and armor for sale in town. Ought to make good use of them. Oh, is it because my gauntlet runner's down there? Oh, that's why, right? That's why there's a yellow marker on my map.
All right then.
Why under this gate?
All right then.
He tells me that I should go shop at the merchants, but they won't let me.
All right then.
Wait, or is it yellow marker because that's where the quick travel point? Oh, that's why. Because if I quick travel to this place, it brings me to the yellow marker. Oh.
What were the gods doing?
I haven't saved in a while. They haven't really given me an opportunity to. I mean, I know I can save whenever I'm in like a non-battle town point, like in the runner as well, but when I don't have actual save points, I forget to save. I feel like if I go up there, there's gonna trigger like a long cutscene, and we're gonna start the next story arc. So you know what? Let's leave that for next time. So today, we met a lot of new characters. A lot of characters that I also didn't even expect to get portraits, like the dude who invited us to this town, and his right-hand man. I didn't think they would get portraits, and then we met a lot of those other candidates. So, very weird character designs. Like, none of them really appealed to me, which is fine, but I just can't get over how none of their clothes look like they belong in the same game. Like, when you look at Luis's posse, everyone looks so mismatched. Like they're all from like completely different like time eras or something like that. It's very weird. Hey Medbox, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad Neris is with us just because he has a little bit more personality than anyone we've had join us so far. Hulkenberg's showing more of her other side, which I think is good. But I'm still not really feeling the characters much in this game yet. But we'll see how that changes. The story, I think, I'm still intrigued about it, but I'm not like on the edge of my seat. It's still kind of like, it feels weirdly cobbled together. Like again, it feels like they're like, oh, we have these mechanics from Persona, and we have to like juxtapose them on top of this other story we have. Let's bend things here and there and force things to fit in places they shouldn't. Because there's a lot of things the characters do that don't really, like, and I've kind of pointed it out as we've gone, but there's a lot of things in the story that don't, if you think about them really hard, they don't quite make sense, or they feel a little far-fetched or a little roundabout, right? It's like, oh, well, why would you do this roundabout way of doing this when you could just do this instead? But it's obviously for the story purposes because they have an end goal in mind, but it's very strange. Or the way they keep bringing up the book that I have, which I also find is very strange, and I really hope the payout for that is good. I'm glad I had a chance to do that dungeon at the beginning of today's stream, because otherwise we would have spent the whole stream just in cutscenes. And I thought we were kind of past the point of so many cutscenes. I mean, I know we're in a transition period between, like, we just finished the previous dungeon and boss, and now we're on to the next one, so there's going to be cutscenes to lead us, and our first journey from one town to another, but it was just so much like standing around and talking and listening and not doing much. And like, again, a lot of times it feels like the characters say a lot of things, but they don't actually say much. Like, the content of what they're saying is could be summarized in 1 or 2 sentences, but they spend like 7 or 8 or 9 sentences trying to say something very roundabout and verbose about it, or something sounding philosophical and deep when it's not really supposed to be that deep. I think that's just the style of the game, and maybe I'm just not... Well, it's not that I'm not used to it, it just feels weird coming from knowing what other things the studio produces to see it go in this direction. Which, trying something new, I respect that. Might be good. The whole Gauntlet Runner thing's kind of interesting. That adds a new mechanic, I guess. But again, I'm not like completely sold on it, but I'm still enjoying myself. But there were definitely times like, I think around the 3-hour mark, or maybe even the 2.5-hour mark, I was kind of starting to feel a bit tired of just listening to people talk and stuff like that. And I know Persona has a lot of standing around and listening to people talk too, but I find that talking a lot more interesting, and at least it feels like something's always happening, while here it feels like a lot of times it's like, okay, we need to spend time waiting, so we're just gonna fill it in with a bunch of talk, which brings out some of the lore of the world, which is good because the world is new to us, but also a lot of it's very uninteresting lore. But I don't know, I digress. Yeah, I think it's just a stylistic thing at this point. I'm just finding it strange. I can't wait to get our next party member just because I want more flexibility in our roles, for sure. And I was looking forward to building our team a bit better with different archetype combinations and stuff, which we didn't get the chance to do today because we barely fought anything. So I guess that's gonna be for next time. Thanks for the stretch, Kieran. I really appreciate it. There was one other thing I was gonna say, but I think it just slipped my mind. But that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if, like, as we continue playing this game, if the pacing thing is a consistent thing that I don't really like. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Yeah, thanks for coming by, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by and enjoying this game with me, or listening to me while I yap. I really appreciate it. Let's find someone to raid. Let's see. Okay, let's go say hi to Shio. They're playing some Final Fantasy XIV and chatting. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Metaphor ReFantazio, and hopefully things start to pick up with a little more action from there as well. Take care, guys. Bye, froggy friends.